Hi Geminis, I'm Ellie Rose for Psychic Future. This is your horoscope from the 2nd to the 7th of February. So this week we have got a really magical full moon coming up for you. It is a very mystical one. Full moons obviously are already a time for deep reflection. If you think about the symbolism of the moon, it's all about what we see within ourselves. The moon is going to be like bright, it's going to be like illuminating all of the darkest corners of the world. So if you kind of use that symbolism for yourself, it's all about illuminating the parts of yourself that you don't normally look at throughout the week. So this particular full moon is going to be in Leo, and it is a very fiery one. It is going to be trine Mars in Sagittarius, again more fire, and then on top of that we've got Venus moving into Aries midweek, so again more fire. So what you're going to find is that you have maybe a little bit more of a temper this week, less patience perhaps, that people maybe trigger you a little bit, or that you feel a little bit kind of up and down, and this is actually, you can use this because what this is trying to get you to do is it's trying to get you to motivate towards something. So you might have a lot of drive this week to do something, to do some exercise, to go to the gym, to go for a run, to connect with friends, to go out dancing, to take on that project that you put on the back burner for a while, to try something new. This is all kind of like emotional energy that comes from like this well of inspiration that we have in all of us. So if you can try and access that this week, push it towards something, rather than just letting it turn into emotional energy and try and, like, you know, kind of get burned by it almost. Try and channel it into something. Think about like what you can do for work. Is there any way that you can come at your work with a more inspired motivation? Is there anything that you can try and do a little bit more creatively? Are there any projects that you can take on that will make you feel like you are progressing in your life in a very creative or spiritual way? How can you stay motivated throughout the week? Are you kind of flagging a little bit at work? Are you feeling a little bit like dull and heavy in your office? If so, how can you kind of like give yourself a bit of zing at work? These are all of the themes of this week, and you will find that if you can try and stay like positive and think, you know what, I'm going to use this energy, then you will find these creative new ways. But obviously if you don't, then you might end up with this kind of excess energy and feel a little bit kind of fidgety, and you need to like channel it into something like work or exercise. So I'll pick you a tarot card here for this full moon. It is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords tells us to beware of our speech, and other people's as well, because there can be some kind of like egotistical things that come up. So if somebody says something that hurts your feelings this week, try to take it with a pinch of salt, because it's not coming from, you know, their feelings. It's coming from like a place where they're triggered or they're feeling defensive. Maybe there's something going on elsewhere in their lives. Maybe they had a fallout with their partner before they came to work, or, you know, you never really know what's going on behind closed doors with people. So it's good to try and remember not to take things personally this week, and also to make sure that you are being gentle with other people as well. So that is all from me. Have a magical full moon, and I'll see you next week.